Local Live. I'm Maura Carlin. We are live from the summer block party on Mamaroneck Avenue talking pet adoption. The humans joining us tonight are from Pet Rescue. We've got Paula Krenkel, who's the president, and Barbara Gabala, who is a board member. Thank you for joining us, ladies. We have a lot of dogs to get through who are looking for homes. We have 10, I think. So if you out there have room in your home and your heart for an animal, Pet Rescue is the place to contact. The contact information will continuously be on your screen, but it is petrescue.org. Oh, excuse me, ny-petrescue.org. Who's our first visitor?
This is Bailey. She's a 1 to 2 year old Siberian Husky mix. She's very, very sweet. And if you look at her eyes, she has one blue eye and one eye that's half brown and half blue.
Is that typical?
Actually, it's common in Huskies. It's called a party eye, but Siberian Huskies are very energetic. So we're looking for a home that will take her to the dog park every day and be an active family.
Do you want a family? You want kids?
Kids are fine as long as they give her a lot of exercise, and she would love to find a home with another dog.
Ah, another dog, okay.
Yeah. She plays with my dog. She goes to the dog park every day. She really would thrive in a home with another dog.
Now, interestingly, you just said she plays with your dogs. You are fostering her?
Yes, yes.
So how long do you expect that she will be with you?
Probably, hopefully not that long, but we'll hold on to her for as long as it takes. We really rely on foster homes to take in our dogs and help us, learn more about them so we can make really good matches. And we would love more foster homes. So if anybody's looking for a foster, wants to foster a dog, we would love to have them come and join us.
You said she's 1 or 2 years old. Where is she from and how was she
She's
found?
from West Virginia. We have one of our rescue partners who lives in West Virginia. She rescues so many dogs from, it's such a rural area, and they're not, a lot of dogs are kept outside or they're loose. So she's known for rescuing down there, and she partners with us. So, we get them vetted, we make sure they have all their vaccines and they're spayed, neutered, and then we find them great homes.
So Bailey is ready to go, happy, healthy?
She's ready to go. Oh, look, she's even gonna look right on cue. I couldn't have predicted that.
I have to say, for you telling us that she's energetic, she's been very calm.
We were just at the dog park for an hour.
Okay, fair enough.
Yep.
Fair enough. Well,
Barbara has 3 other Huskies she adopted from us. They're all energetic and they all go to the dog park.
Ah, okay.
So we'll go to the dog park for an hour and she'll come home and she'll wrestle with them for another hour. So she does have lots of energy. Don't let this fool you.
Yeah, I'm quite impressed, and I hope we really did get some shots of her eyes because they are beautiful.
Yeah,
we will be bringing in another dog shortly because everyone's got to get their camera time.
They do.
But do you want to tell us a little bit more about Pet Rescue, and you have some events coming up?
Well, the big event is this Saturday. Every Saturday we try to have an adoption event at our location 7 Harrison Avenue in Harrison. We have, and we bring in all the dogs that are in foster homes, plus all the dogs that we have there that we don't have a foster home for. We get to meet the dog, we get to meet the families, and as Barbara said, it's all about the match. We want to make sure it's the right dog for the right home.
So what's the process if someone wanted Bailey? You can't just pick her up and take her here from the street fair.
There's an application online, and again, we don't care what the living arrangement is, but we're trying to make the right home in all ways. Does the dog need a fenced-in yard? Does the family have a fenced-in yard? Do the people work full-time? Do they have, is it a busy life? Is it a more sedentary life? We ask for references. If there's a vet, we ask for a vet reference. So we're looking for that match. We're looking for it to be all compatible.
Well, anyone who's interested in Bailey, will Bailey be there this weekend?
Are you bringing Bailey? Yes. Bailey will be there on Saturday.
Bailey will be there. And we have someone new with us. Who is this, Barbara?
This is Seg. S-E-G, Seg.
Seg, okay? Hi, Seg.
Seg is we just happen to have a lot of West Virginia dogs tonight.
Okay.
But we do have partners in Louisiana, Houston, Los Angeles, and around New York.
Okay.
And actually most recently South Korea. But Seg came from West Virginia. He's about 7 years old. He weighs 74 pounds. He is as sweet as can be. Gets along with all dogs, all cats, all people, but needs somebody around a lot. He does not like to be without his human for very long.
Okay, so somebody who's gone all day, that's not the right place.
No.
Would Seg want to be with a family?
Seg could be with one human who loves him or a whole family. He is an amazing dog. But again, he's a dog that does not like to be without his human. So wherever you are in the house, that's where he is. Perfectly well-mannered, an absolute great.
Hi, Seg. How are you?
These dogs, considering all the noise, activity, people touching them and petting them, they've been amazing.
They've been absolutely amazing. Better than some human guests sometimes, who don't get petted.
And he is very smart, as all shepherds are. Anybody that can invest time in training him for work and give him a job.
Does Seg want other dogs or other pets around?
He loves them all.
So, dogs, but cats,
Yes.
rabbits.
So far, he's fine with all.
I'm looking at Seg's size. Does he need space?
You know, he's a pretty mellow dog. He's pretty mellow.
So it doesn't have to be a big house and a big yard.
No.
Because that would be one of the misconceptions, I
Right.
guess, that you need space.
He's great on a leash. He's great in the car. He's a cool
Dogs
dog.
are not picky. They don't need a big house. They just want to be loved. And
Are you able to tell if these dogs have been mistreated in the past? Do you know?
Most of what we see are dogs that have been neglected more than abused.
Okay.
They've been tied out on which is abuse, tied out on a chain for 10 years. Never really given any interaction. And because of that, they could be very hand shy. They could be very afraid of people.
But neither
been
Seg nor
amazing.
Bailey have been afraid at all.
No.
But it's also the work of our volunteers. You know, if they're living at the kennel, they get out every day. Our volunteers really, really get them out, make sure they're well socialized. In my house, you know, she gets well socialized. I can tell an adopter if she's housebroken, if she's not housebroken. She is housebroken.
Good to know. I assume all of them are housebroken.
My puppies
Oh, no.
are
Puppies? Okay, all right. And yes, stay tuned. We do have puppies coming.
Yeah, it's better not to expect that they're housebroken. It's better to be surprised. That way, if they have an accident, you're not too upset.
Okay, well, I think that Seg is going to leave us, and we'll bring someone else in. So you started telling us about the process, about the application.
The application is on our website, ny-petrescue.org. Hello. Everything is very self-explanatory. There's a page of what we do in the beginning, so it lets you know our process. We adopt out our dogs to a radius of 90 miles from southern Westchester because we are always available to people. We take our dog back if it doesn't work. If it doesn't work in a day or 10 years, something happens with the family. So we want to be near the dog.
Somebody really wants their camera time. I'm sorry to
I know,
interrupt
go
you,
right
Paula.
ahead, Sam.
Who do we have here, Barbara?
This is Kuno.
Yeah, she has the list.
This is Kuno.
Kudo.
Kuno's about 20 pounds. He's about 2 years old. And because he's very bouncy, we're looking for a home with older children. Definitely children, but not a toddler.
Not a toddler.
He's very active.
You could give him a little mohawk. I mean, it's a very nice look.
Clearly a very friendly dog.
Yes.
What kind of dog? Do you know?
We're a terrier mix.
Okay.
He's energetic, gets along with other dogs.
Very sweet. Yes, and attracting friends.
Yes,
right
we
on
love it,
set.
right.
I mean, what else could you ask for? As I get away from our president, how long has dog been available?
I think we've had him for about 6 weeks.
6 weeks. Oh, that's not very long,
No.
is it? How long do you typically have?
You know what? There is no typical. We've gotten dogs out in 24 hours, and I have a dog that I've had for since last Thanksgiving as a foster.
Okay. So it really depends.
And it seems we could have the best dog in the world that could be on a website for weeks and weeks, and a crazy dog that'll go out the next day. There's no predicting.
Now, if somebody came to Pet Rescue and said, I want a dog, but I really don't know what's right for me,
We work with them.
you work with them. Likewise, if someone came in with a toddler and said, gee, we'd like Cujo.
You know, we'd explain why it wouldn't work, why it wouldn't be the best decision. We have people that really can be very stubborn. You know, they'll come in and they say, that's the dog I want, I know I could do. And then you talk to them and they really don't understand that a husky needs a tremendous amount of exercise. A little terrier needs a lot of exercise. Maybe another kind of dog would be more, you know, calmer or better with that kind of family.
Are all the dogs in good health?
Yes. And if they're not, if they have an issue, we're right up front with that and we provide all the background.
Do you train the humans
Yes,
to be
we
pet
try.
parents?
We try.
We try.
We try.
Is it harder to train the humans or
Yes.
the pets?
Oh yes. Always hard. In fact, whenever you work with a good trainer,
Yes.
they tell you they're training the people, not the dogs.
Okay. We have another friend coming out in a moment. They all seem to want their time.
Hi.
Hey there. So who do we have here?
This is Serena.
Serena?
Serena.
Serena. Okay.
She is a hound, we think a hound beagle mix. She's also young, she's about a year old. She is 37 pounds. She is incredibly well trained. She knows basic skills. I think she was an owner turn-in.
You think she was?
An owner turning, meaning she lived with a family and then was turned into the local shelter.
Okay.
Sometimes we'll know the background, most of the time we won't. But this one wasn't on a turn and we don't know why they turned her in. But she knows sit, stay, wait, lay down. She's
Okay, so
crate
let's see
trained
some of that.
in all of this, are you kidding?
Serena, sit.
Did you sit down?
Okay.
Oh yes, she's sitting on my lap. There you go.
There you go. I want to make sure that
Hi.
the camera gets a picture, gets her beautiful
She
face.
is very sweet. She's a little shy. Of all the dogs here, she is the shyest.
Okay.
Not that you would know it now,
No, you would not.
but generally,
So what kind of family do you want?
she was really good with any family. She is no restrictions. But a family that's really going to make, because she's shy, shy dogs tend to be flight risks. Meaning if they get away from you, if they get out of your house, they're not going to come back to you so quickly. So you really need to find a family that has a very strong fenced-in backyard
Okay.
and understands the fact that when you go to open your door, you need to know where this dog is.
Now, what do you think about a dog like Serena or any dog as a companion for an older person who might be lonely? Or is that a good idea or a bad idea?
It's a good idea if the people know what they're getting into. So they may think they want a dog and don't realize that the dog has to go out 4 times a day. Whether it's sunny, snowy, windy, the dog has to go out. That's a lot to expect of somebody if they're not used to it. Somebody that hasn't had a dog in 15 or 20 years, but now they're retired and they're maybe in their 70s or 80s. And we've had people in their 90s ask for a dog.
What do
The
you
other
say?
thing, well, it's a balancing act, and it's describing what's involved. The other piece is dogs get underfoot. So you would think a nice small dog for an older person, perfect. They could pick it up, have it in their bed. That's the dog that's going to get under someone's feet, and you wind up with a broken hip.
But we do also have senior to senior adoptions. Like
What
if
does that mean?
It means if we have a senior dog, that would be a better match for an older person.
Less energetic.
8
Yes.
years old. That's trained. That's housebroken.
That's easy, mellow, out of the puppy phase of jumping and being very active.
Okay.
But that piece of dogs walking in between people's
Yes.
legs, you know, people don't realize how delicate the balance is.
Okay, Serena, your screen time is up, and we are bringing in someone new.
Oh my gosh, these puppies are adorable. Hamilton. This is Hamilton.
Hamilton.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
These puppies, okay, you gotta get a close up of this face.
Okay.
They are delicious. These are, I believe they're golden mixes.
They're golden
and
what mixes?
Golden Cocker Spaniel.
Cocker Spaniel, Golden Retriever, Shepherd mixes.
Oh my goodness.
This,
okay.
this and my 5 foster, I have 5 fosters. They're coming up. They were all taken from West Virginia. 2 sisters, 2 dog sisters, and 1, and they're purebred Cocker Spaniels. The dad was a neighbor's dog who was a Shepherd Golden Retriever mix, who was having a bit too much of a party with these girls.
Oh no.
1 sister gave birth. This one was born April 1st, and my 5 were born May 1st.
So, and so they're actually siblings.
Well, these are half siblings.
These are half siblings.
But we
Okay.
have more of these on our website.
Yes.
Or they will be posted.
They will be.
We just
When you
got
said
them.
you mean
we
more
just
who
got
are
them.
related to each
They're
other.
all-
And
his siblings, Hamilton's siblings, came, and my siblings came together.
okay. So, do dogs recognize that they're siblings?
You know, sometimes
And I'm
they
asking
do.
from the,
Yeah,
you
know
know,
what? I think sometimes they do, but then they could be gone, like they get adopted by different homes, and a year later we have a puppy party. Yeah, not so much.
not so much. But do they perhaps find each other attractive? Is that a problem?
I don't know.
We did have one family that adopted a dog, and they went to the dog park, and not knowing that the dog's sibling was going to be there, and they just had a family reunion. The dogs recognized each other,
Is that
and then the family started talking. They said, "Oh, I adopted my dog from Pet Rescue," and you know, it was just a really funny coincidence. But sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
So, what kind of family do we want here?
Oh, he's
This
great.
is, I mean, look at this puppy. Look, look. You could, I mean, he's just, I mean, these puppies are ridiculous. They are so sweet.
All of them, that whole
They're
group was
so
amazing.
mellow.
Well, I saw our whole crew was all over
Yes.
these dogs. I mean, you
Yes.
couldn't get them away.
Right.
True. So, any kind of family.
As long, the big thing with puppies, you look
Yes.
for somebody home most of the day, or can take the dog with them. Puppies are like having toddlers. So when people say, "Oh, we'll get a dog walker once a day, but we're out 12 hours a day at work," that means that a toddler is going to be left in a room or a crate for 4 or 5 hours at a time. You wouldn't do that with a toddler. You're not going to do that with a puppy. You will never train them, and they will never be socialized. So we are looking for people home all day, or most of the day, or that could take. We have quite a few families recently that could take their dogs to work,
Oh yeah,
and
that
that's
a new
fine. That's
thing?
perfect. More places are allowing
it's
that.
it's a new trend, which is very interesting.
Yeah.
I wish I could take my dogs to work with me. But
She's quite lovely.
So those,
Quiet,
the
okay.
bigger, these are big. You'll see, mine are less than a third of the size.
Right.
Same father,
do you have
different
to
mothers
take
who were siblings. The mothers were only 8 pounds. The mothers were tiny.
Okay.
So look, here we go.
Okay.
These
you.
are my assistants.
Okay.
They come and help me.
oh my gosh, are they adorable?
So we have Ivka and Norja. They live near us, near me. They come over every day and help me with the puppies.
Oh, that's
whenever
so
they're
nice.
because it's a lot of work. So these,
Are these
Or
actually
half-
siblings or half siblings?
I got more of them coming. These two, the next crew, I don't know where the rest of them are,
We'll
but
probably bring them in shifts.
the 5 that are coming up next are siblings.
Okay,
who
so
are
not
the
these two.
Yes, these are siblings.
These are siblings.
They are the
The family
half-
tree is getting
the
complicated.
half siblings of Hamilton who was there.
They had the same father.
Okay.
With sisters.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So tell me about these. They don't really look alike.
Well, their faces are.
Yes.
So of this, I have 5 that look just like this. No, 4 that look just like this. 2, there's another black one at another foster home. and then one that looks like a shepherd with a shepherd colors Cocker Spaniel face.
Okay.
They are funny.
They
They
are-
are not housebroken. They're paper trade.
So how old are these now?
These were born May 1st.
And were they born at Pet Rescue?
No, they were born in West Virginia, and the partner that we have down there does all this work on her own, and she is incredible. Now you could see Hamilton was incredibly easy and mellow.
Yes.
These like to nip and bite. They're puppies, they're teething. So I would not recommend small children
Okay.
because they're going to need a lot of training. A
This
family
puppy's
with
pretty
kids,
mellow.
yeah, but they're mellow. They're mellow now.
I know.
So I had all 7, but they
Whoa,
were wild together. So somebody took 2 in another foster home, so she's socializing them, and it made a huge difference. So everybody's a little calmer.
Well, I have to say, I mean, we are on Mamaroneck Avenue. It is
Yes.
noisy. There are people everywhere. They're really very well
All of the
behaved.
dogs
They're
have been
amazing.
so good, really well adjusted.
And they've all gone from person to person
Uh,
incredibly
From
well.
our whole crew, everyone has
Yes.
been holding different dogs,
Yes.
and strangers have been coming over to them,
Yes.
and they really have been.
Yeah.
So, what do you attribute that to? Is that just their temperament?
Socialization.
Yeah.
So, you know, that the key to having a happy dog, exercise and socialize.
Are you saying that any dog can be properly socialized
Absolutely.
at any point in their life?
That's another story.
Okay.
That's another story. You get a puppy and you get them out there, socializing them, taking them for walks.
Training.
Not necessarily going to a dog park, but just walking with friends that have dogs, taking them with you, taking them to places like Home Depot, which loves having dogs there.
Okay.
Going to a restaurant on Mamaroneck Avenue when there are people walking by, that will help. An older dog or a shy dog, that, I don't know. I think it depends on the dedication of the family. And,
Oh.
hi.
Now,
And Levi.
Hello.
we've got more coming out, and I'm in trouble because
Oh,
I
that's
think
another one of my assistants over there.
and the other one was mine.
Yes.
And I'm sure he wants to take one home.
All right, this is Levi and Leo.
Levi and Leo.
Yes.
Okay. Now, Levi looks bigger than Leo.
They're all about the same
Same
size.
age,
They're all
so-
around 7-8 pounds.
Okay. Okay.
And
And
we
Leo.
cannot, because this half sibling is so big and only a month older, I couldn't even predict what size they would be. The mothers were very small. The dad was a full grown, could be 50, 60 pounds.
So there's really no way to know.
No,
No.
it's a
So you
surprise.
need somebody who is willing to take either.
Yeah. I mean, they definitely won't be the 70-pound variety.
Okay.
But I once adopted out 2 dogs, siblings, to a friend who was helping me take care of them. And they were very sick and they were teeny tiny. And she took 2 because I said 35 pounds.
I
Yes.
did the same. I
80,
had
80
little.
pounds each.
I fostered puppies that were smallish, and they looked like they were spaniel mixes like this. And I said 35 pounds. They took 2, and they ended up being Newfie mixes. And they were each like 90, 95 pounds, but they love them. They've turned out to be fantastic dogs.
With these little dogs, we've talked about taking them to dog parks. Do you take a little dog to a dog
We
park?
wouldn't take a puppy to a dog park for a number of reasons. One, they're puppies, and they just like babies. Their immune system is still not totally developed, although our dogs have all the shots that they're required to have. But also, dog parks can get really rowdy.
And a lot of bigger dogs.
Yeah.
Yes. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen people do it, and I've actually tried to counsel them not to do it. They don't listen. But it really is, you get these big dogs that barrel over dogs.
And also, for puppies, they need to have all their vaccines before they go to the dog park. So probably once they're a little bit older, not baby puppies.
Now, we've been keep bringing out dogs, but these will all be at the event. Did you say Saturday?
Yes.
And that's on Harrison in
7
Harrison.
Harrison Avenue from 11:30 to 1:30. You have to have your application in and processed. So if you're planning on coming, please put that application in today.
Or tomorrow.
We're not guaranteeing that you'll walk out with a dog, nor we are expecting you to make a commitment of taking a dog.
So for anyone who's seen these dogs and are interested in them, they should go
Yes.
online, fill out the application now, and come to your event, your adoption
Meet the
event.
volunteers. As Barbara said, we're all volunteers. And it's the volunteers even at the kennel, because we don't have homes for every dog. We don't have a foster. So we have amazing group of volunteers that come in every day, sometimes 2 and 3 times a day, walk the dogs. We have a bunch of different playgrounds. So the dogs, we have play groups. We know which dogs get along with which dogs. So we get play groups out. We also have set up an agility course. So we're really training the dog to follow directions.
So you're looking for both foster homes and permanent homes.
And for
these
cats
dogs.
also, even though this would have been a crazy place for cats, we do have quite a few cats, and we're always looking for foster homes for cats as well.
Okay, so are there animals other than cats and dogs?
Occasionally we'll get a bunny. We have helped people find homes, but most recently a cow.
Excuse me.
Yeah, somebody
All right,
called.
say that again.
We had somebody call to find a home for a cow.
Okay, around here.
They called from around here, but we did find a home for the cow. We've had some goats and pigs. We don't take them to Harrison, but we will connect people with other people that do that.
With an appropriate place
With an
for
appropriate
them.
placement.
I'm just looking at these absolutely adorable puppies and how well behaved and adorable they are. And they have really, more than any of the other dogs, been people handled.
Yes.
And I also just want to mention that we're having a cat adoption day, kitten and cat adoption day this Saturday as well. I believe it's from 1 to 3 p.m.
So it's a separate time.
Yes, and it's going to be at Pet Value in Rye Ridge Shopping Center.
I just say that again, a cat adoption day,
Cat and
Saturday,
kittens,
this
lots of
Saturday.
kittens. This Saturday from, I believe, 1 to 3 at Pet Value in the Rye Ridge Shopping Center in Rybrook.
Are those mature cats or are they kittens?
We have lots of kittens, but we also have adult cats. We have open houses during the week where people can come and socialize with the cats, meet the cats, and very often people fall in love with the adult cat, which is really nice. And we've had quite a few cat adoptions this year, which is really, really nice.
And is it the same process?
Yes.
So if you're interested in a cat, you should fill out the application before you go over to the event on Saturday?
Well, except for you won't be able to bring a cat home, but you can certainly come and meet them. The same with the dogs. If you don't have an application in, it just takes a few days to process it.
Tell us who we have here, and is this the last one? I've lost count.
This is the last of one of my fosters.
Okay.
So there's going to be a little discrepancy as to what goes online and what we're naming them. The vet tech this week gave them all names of cars.
Okay.
Audi, Bentley, Mercedes, and that's what's going to be on the website because that's on their paperwork. My associates, the 3 young girls that helped me, because they spend so much time with the dog, they have named them. So they have named this one Landon.
Landon, okay.
But it's going to be different on the website. I know it's a little confusing.
So
but
who will
people-
Landon be on the website? Do you know?
I'm not even sure.
Okay.
But the picture will, how could you miss that face?
Beautiful.
So they are, they are playful, they're wonderful, they're energetic. And again, they're still in the puppy phase, so they are still teething. Like I said, they're all paper trained. They have kept I have a very large puppy pen in my basement, so where they have toys, food, and a lot of newspaper, their beds, and it's separated. And they have been perfect about keeping their poop paper in one spot and their toys, food, and play space in another spot.
Separately.
So they're great. And then the girls come out every day, take them out in the backyard, and they're running all over. So
Nice to have those helpers.
let me tell you, I'm going to miss it when they go to school. And one of them's going to college, and that's
Uh-oh.
going to be a real loss for me.
Now, let's actually talk about that. What do you think about kids bringing their pets, dogs, to college?
Most colleges won't allow it unless it's a certified, trained dog for something like a hearing impaired or a blind person.
So service dog of some sort.
Yeah, Ifka, who was one of the first girls that brought out one of my puppies, has been training a guiding eyes dog since the winter. And it's walking around here on Mamaroneck Avenue right now with a pet rescue shirt on. Ifka got Mamaroneck High School to agree that she brought that dog with her every single day
because she was training her.
She was training it. The dog has been all over the country on college tours. But now she's going to college, and the college refuses to let her bring the dog for the last month of training. So her family's taking it over, and then it will go back to Guiding Eyes for certification.
Okay. Well,
So yeah, the problem with, we often get college students asking to adopt a dog. Oh, we have 5 boys in the house, we have a whole house full
Right.
of people. No, it's not going to be any one person's job. So that is not a great idea.
Yeah, we really want people to think about adoption is for life. You're going to have this dog for 10, 15 years. So you really want to make sure you're in a good position to stay with the dog, you know, through its entire life. So
Another thing is, we figured it costs about $1,000 a year to care for a dog.
I think
And
people
that's-
don't think about
They
that.
don't. And if you have one extraordinary medical expense, a dog trips, I mean, you had that with your dog, that hurt its knee. That was hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Thousands
There
to
you
take
go.
care of that knee. So
Right.
if you're not prepared to do that, and a lot, although there's very good pet insurance out there, that is not, it's not cheap. So
Do we have more dogs coming?
No,
I have
that's
lost
it.
count. So okay, so
we
that
have
was our
seen
last
all
dog.
10 dogs.
Okay.
We have seen all 10 dogs.
We do have a question from
Oh,
our
okay.
producer. Are the puppies hypoallergenic?
No.
No. Okay. Were any of the dogs we saw tonight hypoallergenic?
I would say Kuno
Maybe
is
the closest.
maybe is
Yeah.
the closest,
Yeah.
but we can't guarantee it.
Do you get asked that a lot?
Yes.
Okay.
Occasionally we'll get a poodle or a Shih Tzu turtle. We have a poodle right now on the website, Mandy. But we always tell people, if you're concerned, you come, rub your hands all over the dog, rub it on your face, and if you don't have an allergy attack, the dog's, you're not allergic to that dog.
And what about neat freaks? Do they shed?
Yes.
I mean, this is actually a question
No,
that
it's
from
a
the
good-
public, somebody who may have been interested
Well, you know
in
what?
this.
That's an excellent question, because we don't want you complaining in a few months. I have hair all over the place. A dog like Bailey, and even Serena, who's short of hair, you're going to wind up with enough hair in your vacuum cleaner to stuff a pillow every day.
Is that right?
yes, Siberian Huskies shed a lot, and they come out in clumps. But you know, as long as you brush them, get them groomed, keep them well
Yeah.
kept, but they do shed. So
I'm going to ask you to show Landon or Bentley
whatever.
to the camera,
There you go, baby.
because
Good girl.
that's really what
Oh,
everyone wants to see.
hook them up.
Say hi.
I also want to just give a few reminders. I'm going to give your website again, which is ny-petrescue.org. And the phone number is 914-835-3332. We are on the Avenue in
Yes.
Mamaroneck, so it is loud, but it is a fun party for those who are watching and may still want to come out. And there are some summer events coming up in Mamaroneck. Monday night, there is, well, actually, let's backtrack. Saturday, you're having your pet adoption. They're taking care of humans here in Mamaroneck.
Yeah.
There is the 2017 Access to Care Health Fair. It's the 4th annual event from 10 to 2 at Sheldrake Place in Mamaroneck, where it's right by the Open Door Health Center, and their location at 689 Mamaroneck Avenue. And they're going to provide a range of health screenings for humans, including blood pressure checks, diabetes risk screenings, HIV screenings, dental assessments, and more. Children will have activities while the parents consult. There will be free healthy snacks and information for all, as well as bilingual professionals and volunteers. There's a concert Monday night at Memorial Park in the town of Mamaroneck, 7 p.m. It's a rescheduled event from Rain. FDR Drive Band, a high-energy dance band, music from the 60s to the present. Food and beverage you can bring or buy, and the playground will be open. Bring your blankets and chairs, and it is the last concert of the season. We got sidewalk sales here on the Avenue in Mamaroneck now through Saturday. And there was one more event, Movies on the Sound, coming up, co-sponsored by the Village of Mamaroneck Recreation Department and LMC TV. On Friday, August 18th, they're showing Pan. And on Saturday, September 16th, Big Hero 6. It's out on the sand at Harbor Island Park at about 8 o'clock in the evening or dusk, whichever happens first. And I want to thank Pet Rescue for joining us and bringing these delicious animals. I have to say that our plaza, if you'll call it that, is packed with people looking at these dogs. You can't see it because your backs are to it. Thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you next time on The Local Live.